doing that. All right. So, first we're going to talk about Lifted, a 2006 movie that did premiere at, well, okay, it's really a 2007 movie because most people saw it in front of Ratatouille, but because we like to do this film festival thing, for some reason it premiered at the Chicago International Film Festival in 2006 before it, and so, but to me it's a 2007 movie. This is basically, Lifted, is about two aliens, and one I'm assuming is new at his job, and there's all these little dials, and he is trying to do the right thing to get the guy out of the house, but keeps bumping him into stuff and can't figure it out and stuff like that. This was nominated for Best Animated Short, and Michael Giacchino did the music, and I think it's sort of cute, but I do remember, or knew more animators at the time, nobody liked this at all. Like, people were really not feeling this at all. I think it's fine. It's kind of cute. It really doesn't show much of a personal story. It doesn't have amazing character design, anything like that. It's just a fun little short before a thing. And I think, I mean, this was 2007. This was before Ratatouille. Pixar was really in its peak era, and it doesn't scream out peak Pixar era to me. But the switches or flips or whatever it is, I think is it's a funny idea to an extent, and like it's kind of a cute bit, but it like kind of goes on too long, and like, you know, seeing it's sort of like when you're new at the job and you're working with someone who's really experienced and they're watching you fumble. It's to sort of learn it, and then eventually they do it and you feel kind of dumb, which I think that about this works. And, you know, before Ratatouille is notable and getting an Oscar nomination, but you know what the real thing is, and I'm surprised I haven't seen anyone bring this up in the chat. This is directed by Gary Rydstrom. And Gary Rydstrom, who is a visual effects guy and has been nominated for 20 Academy Awards for his work in sound and has won 7 times as a sound designer and stuff like that. But his other big thing, also he's the English language director for Tales from the Earthsea, Arrietty, From Up on Poppy Hill, and The Wind Rises. However, his other notable directing credit is Strange Magic. That is, I think his other directing credit is that he worked on, because I'm curious, I think he was a Lucasfilm guy, and I'm guessing because Lucasfilm used to be, or Pixar used to be part of Lucasfilm, he's maybe a holdover from that. He also did direct the Toy Story short Hawaii Vacation, but I think the most notable thing is obviously Strange Magic. the George Lucas thing. This is better than Strange Magic, I'll say that. And Hawaii Vacation is actually kind of fun. So I might actually say, I know Gary Rydstrom really wants me to rank the 3 things I've seen of his directed. Although he's done some Philharmonic Fantastique or whatever. But of the 3 animated things he's done that I've seen, I would say Toy Story, Hawaii Vacation is the best, Lifted is in the middle, and Strange Magic is obviously at the bottom. I don't know. I don't think this is a real classic. I think it's like kind of a fine little short. If you're watching a bunch of shorts, it's probably the one you forget about. It was fine at the time. I think it is a weird choice played before Ratatouille. It really has nothing to do with it. It's a fun alien thing, and I'm really reviewing it because of Elio is coming out, and there's an alien thing. That's an alien thing, and I talked about the previous Pixar alien thing, but I don't think it's like a great. It's just sort of a fun little riff. It would probably work better as a commercial. It's honestly too long at the length it is. I don't mean to be a jerk or anything, but it really doesn't have much to do with it. But anyway, I don't think he's a particularly amazing director. I thought his 2 Pixar shorts are much better directed than Strange Magic. I'm curious if that has more to do with the people producing the Pixar movies versus the guy producing Strange Magic. But anyway, it's a fun, nifty little short, but I don't think there's very much in there other than that. Unfortunately, hey, Pixar can't make enough. Not every short can be classic, and I don't know if this is necessarily a great one, but it's a fun little riff, and probably should have been a little bit shorter. Probably should have lifted out of there. Oh.